Hey, welcome back, everybody. As you can see, I'm back home. We had a great time on our anniversary trip. I can't wait to make the video for you guys. I'm sure you're going to love it. It was really fun. Now, my little stand is being kind of wiggly today. I'm hoping I don't drop you or something like that. But anyway, as you guys come on in, I'd like you to make sure you introduce yourselves, say hello so that I can give you a little shout out. I always like to recognize those who are here at the beginning just because, I don't know, it always makes me happy that people pop in here and I just want to see who's here more that than anything. Um, yeah, so let's see. Let's see if we have some new people. Guadalupe Zete, I think, or Zete? Zete? From Texas, welcome. Who else is here? I see other people are here. And if you're coming on in, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you minimize the chat window, you can quickly give a thumbs up. That'll pop it up higher on YouTube so that we can get more people to see it and come on in and join us. So if you have a minute to give this video a thumbs up, I'll appreciate that. Karen Byers from Virginia, welcome. Sorry I'm so wiggly today, guys. Like my phone stand is being, I don't know, tricky. I'm hoping it doesn't fall. That would be bad. Is that a gray hair? I think it is. Hey, don't look at that. Don't look at that. You don't see it. I don't see it either. All right. I'm just gonna wait a few more minutes before I get going. Oh, Keto Diamond is here. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. She's like, OMG, I caught it live. That's awesome. Yeah, I always go live at the same time, but I don't always get here on time. So I think people are used to me being like starting late, and I actually started early today. So maybe, I mean, not early, on time, which for me is early, apparently. So yeah. Nayla Sol is here. Welcome. It's good to see you. All right. So today I want, oh yeah, she's from San Diego. Wait, you're from San Diego? Man, another gal I need to go visit. Everybody keeps telling me I need to come to California, and it's really tempting. Really tempting. Hey, Jax of Life is here. She just got started, you guys. If you haven't seen her on Instagram, you should go follow her. She's just getting started, and she has a small but dedicated following. Jax of Life, Jax. I hope I got that right. And our Life the Keto Way, Amanda is here. She says she's in need of my positivity today. Okay, well, I'll try and impart some of that toward you as much as I can. I am feeling pretty great today, so that should be easy. Let's see. Keto Diamond says she's usually shooting and uploading, so she never sees any of the live chat, I guess, or so I think that's what she means. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, it's so wiggly. Oh, that's really gonna frustrate me. Dang it. Let's see. Jennifer Angus is here. And Angie is here. Hello. From Kentucky. Nice. All right. Well, I want to just go ahead and get started on what I want to talk about. So as you guys pop in, oh, Trisha Coleman's here. As you guys pop in, I will still try and say hi as much as I can, but I don't want to wait too long to get started on my subject because I'm pretty excited to talk about it. I haven't really talked about macros in a while, and been getting a lot of questions about that, and so I thought it would be a good one for our chat today. Laura Trent, hello. All right, and so basically I wanted to talk about which is king when it comes to weight loss, calories or macros, and why. Do calories actually matter when you're doing a ketogenic diet? Do macros actually matter? Why should you follow a macro-centric keto? That kind of thing. I really wanted to talk about that. So first of all, in all actual honesty, even though I do follow a macro-centric keto, calories are king to losing weight. It's just science. Calories in, calories out is the thing. And I know that there are a lot of keto gurus who want to tell you that you can eat whatever you want and you will still lose weight. And while that is true to some extent, the more you consume, the more calories you consume, the less your body is going to burn from its own fat stores. That's just science, because if your body's always going to burn the easy energy first. And if your dietary fat that you ate is easily available, it's going to burn through that first. The thing is that it's really difficult to eat enough dietary fat to stop losing weight. As you had seen when I tried to do maintenance calories and was eating about 2,300 calories a day, which I had many people tell me was going to make me gain weight and was not a safe number and there was no way, I still lost, according to the DEXA scan, I still lost 2 pounds of fat during that 3-month period. So obviously 2,300 was still at a deficit for my activity level, for my body, whatever like that. So calories are actually king. But here's the thing. Using your calories wisely is the key to losing weight. So the reason that I promote a macrocentric and higher protein level keto than the other people that are usually doing the higher fat version or the high fat low carb version or the regular typical keto version is because it uses your calorie budget more wisely. So carbs and proteins have only 4 calories per gram. But fats actually have more than double that. They have 9 calories per gram. So when you're eating a gram of fat, it's not gonna give you as much food, substance, weight for your calorie budget as a protein or a carbohydrate. Now, as you know, we need to keep our carbohydrates very, very low in order to keep our body fat burning. And fat burning is where we want it to be comfortable so that it burns our body fat. Yes? I'm sure everyone is in agreement that we all want to be in ketosis. If you're not in agreement with that, you're probably on the wrong channel. Because that's what my whole channel is about, getting into ketosis so that you can lose weight. Yes? Okay. So that's a given. We all know that we're going to try and keep our carbohydrates as low as we possibly can. So that macro isn't necessarily up for argument in the macros, calories, keto world. You know, everyone's pretty much in agreement that eating the fewest amount of carbohydrates possible is where you want to be. Under 20 is ideal. Under 20 total carbs is even better. But under 20 net is pretty much accepted everywhere that that's the optimal place to go into ketosis. Can you get into ketosis at a higher carbohydrate level? Yeah. You actually can, and if you're testing your ketones, you can kind of figure out where your perfect carbohydrate place is. But if you want to just do it the easy way, under 20 is the way to go. So we take that 20 and times it by 4, okay, because there's 4 calories per gram or whatever, and then that's where you get that calorie number for your carbohydrate budget. Okay, so you got that already set in there. It's the calories for the fats and proteins is where it gets tricky. So with a typical keto diet, at least my understanding is that you're trying to keep it at the perfect keto ratio of protein versus carbs, which I think is 20% protein and 75% carbs. I mean, not carbs. Oh my gosh. Fats. Guys, fats. Not carbs. We already talked about carbs. Carbs out low. Get carbs out. Fats. Okay, so 75% fats, 20% proteins. Am I correct on that ratio, Diamond? Because I know that you do the high fat, low carb. I think that that's correct. And then 5% carbs is like the ultimate keto ratio. The problem is, if you happen to have a higher protein day, when you happen to exceed what you think is the best protein, you're going to want to raise your fats to meet that percentage, right? So that you can still have the correct percentage. The problem with that is that then boosts your calories even higher. And if you boost your calories too high, you won't lose as much body fat. Now, we know from experience, both Keto Diamond and me, that you have to eat a crap ton of calories to stop losing weight on keto. I have still not figured out the optimal place for me to be for that to stop losing weight. Okay, so yeah, Diamond says it's 75% fat, 20% protein, 5% carbs. So I was right. Okay, woo, that's good. I don't talk about that a lot, and so I worry that I'm going to be telling it wrong. Like I always say that carbs have 9 grams or 9 calories or whatever, and it's wrong. I've said that so many times. It's really only 4. It's 4. Only 4. Okay. But we don't want to eat a lot of carbs. So that's why it gets confusing. But anyway, if you're raising up your proteins and lowering your fats, you're going to actually get more food in your belly. So for me, I was a carbohydrate addict, number 1. I'm insulin resistant, number 2. And number 3, I'm a binge eater, okay? It took a long time for me to accept that I have all of those eating disorder issues. My whole life, I've basically brushed it under the rug and said everybody did that, and things like that. And a lot of people comfort eat. I think everyone comfort eats to a degree. Okay, and I definitely eat, stress eat, boredom eat, comfort eat, you name it, I got problems. So when it comes to food, for me personally, my stomach needs to be nice and full, and I need to feel very satisfied. Now, you can feel satiated eating fat, and that's definitely what makes keto so easy, is that by consuming fat to satiety, which a lot of people talk about doing, including Dr. Finney, believe it or not, Dr. Finney actually doesn't support the macrocentric approach. I know that that's probably, you're like going, wait, what? I thought you were the Dr. Finney worshiper. Yes. The thing is that Dr. Finney really doesn't realize that there's people like me out there that satiety is never reached with fats. Like, I can consume a huge amount of calories and never feel satisfied. I need an actual limit. I need to know where my limit is so that I can feel in control. Being in control is literally what makes this diet so easy, because when I'm eating carbohydrates, I'm out of control. Literally, I feel like the food is controlling me. With this way, I feel like I'm controlling the food. Now, I do have people that I know that when tracking the macros, it stimulates such bad anxiety that they just can't do it, and it makes it really difficult. My advice to them, of course, is to figure out a bunch of meals that meet the macros and write the amounts down so that they don't ever track. They just mix and match those meals all the time, so they don't think about the tracking of it, but that they know it's going to be a safe meal. Does that make sense? So I think that's the reason that I think macros are the most important. The thing is, if you get your macros in line, your calorie number will line up automatically. So you don't have to think about the calories anymore. Once you plan out your macros and you try and stick to them as close as possible, your calories are always going to line up. Does that make sense? So when I'm trying to lose weight, my calorie macro is my calorie budget is 1,300 or less, okay? But I don't think about the calories. I don't even actually ever look at them. I only look at my macros. Now, the macros that we give out on my board are very general. They're not like custom built for you. They are just general for the general public. They're a great place to start. Are they the end all be all for macro counting? Probably not. Like, we basically took average lean mass of a human and tried to give a calorie deficit and make sure that that person has enough protein for their lean mass, but we don't know what your real lean mass is, and so it can vary. And I'm not saying that my macro chart is like the end all be all of the planet, but it is a great place to start to try to lower your calories and increase your food volume, okay? Because when you're eating proteins, they take up less calorie budget. So I hope that makes more sense, like why we do it the way we do it. And also, I will remind you that the golden ratio of keto will stay in play. It is in play. And the reason why it still is because you have body fat, okay? So whatever your body actually needs in order to run efficiently, that's 75% of fat. Instead of getting it from your plate, it's just going to get it from your body, and it's seamless. It's very rare that your body gets very hungry. Now, if you're like poor Melanie, I think it's Princess Ninja in keto, and me, when you're close to your goal weight, it's a lot different story, okay? So when I started out at 374 pounds, I was always satiated at less than 1,300 calories. I never felt hungry. I felt it was amazing. I could do it forever. Was never hard at all, okay? But now, at 170 something pounds, my body's like going, girl, you ain't got much storage down here anymore, and I think you should probably eat more fats. So I'm gonna like bug you and beg you, and I'm gonna make you real hungry. So the 1,300 calories does get harder the closer you get to your goal. And actually, it's easier to eat the proteins the closer you get, because I think because you've been doing it so long, I could literally eat the side of a horse. I can eat upwards of 300, probably 200, 250 grams of protein, no problem. No problem. Like, I'm not even kidding. When I started out, it was really difficult to get in the 120. So I always tell people, enjoy it while you can and make yourself eat it, because I did maintain and gain my lean mass. The DEXA scans are proving that, by eating that amount of protein. But now I can eat a heck of a ton more. I'm not even kidding. I'm a smaller person, but I can eat so much more food. And I mean, like last night for our anniversary night, I devoured 12 freaking chicken wings and wanted another 12. Like, I was like, oh darn, that's the end of the chicken wings. I could just eat the chicken wings. I just don't eat those wings, just eat them all day. So that's the thing, is like, that's kind of why I go back and forth, and where I do higher fat and still high protein. So when I'm doing higher fat, I'm still eating high protein. So my protein is never low, guys. Never. I never get below 120. In fact, it's really hard for me to keep it at 120. So when I'm just eating more food and I'm taking kind of a diet break, I'm still keto, I'm still high protein, I'm just eating more. Does that make sense? So when I'm doing this, what I'm doing now, I do feel hungry and I do feel miserable and I do feel like I'm on a diet. Whereas I didn't at the beginning, because 1,300 calories is not enough to sustain a human, and my body is now concerned because all I have left is the fat on my belly and my thighs, my butt. Like everywhere else, it's like kind of depleted. All up through here, it's all gone. And so my body's kind of like, we don't have a lot of extra. Like, yeah. Anyway, so, oh my heck. Melanie just sent me a super chat and she says, I love you in a platonic sister love way. XOXO. Girl, how did we never find each other before now? I kept hearing people say, Melanie Hind, but I didn't know you had a channel, and I didn't. Girl, we are like sisters, and I am coming to Florida. I am. I'm going to find a way, and you and me and Karen Rothwell are going to get together and have us a sisterhood meeting, because I'll tell you what, I agree. We were meant to meet each other. We were meant to be in love, in a platonic sister love way. I love you. I'm really glad we met. And if you hadn't done the higher protein keto, I don't think we would have met. I don't know. Maybe I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to watch channels. I'm trying to catch Keto Diamond when I can, and I'm trying to catch Overcoming Emily, and I don't know. I'm doing the best I can. Keto Mama, Teresa Fat Girl No More, and of course Melanie. I've been obsessively watching Melanie's videos. I think I binge watched her for like 8 hours the other day. Princess Ninja and Keto. So if you haven't been there, definitely check her out too. Oh my gosh, I love it. So let's see. Oh yeah, see, Karen's here. Told you. You guys need to get together. Karen, you and Melanie should get together and make a video together, because I want to see both of you. I want to see your face, Karen. I miss you. I actually did go over there last fall, you guys, and I got together with Karen. I didn't make it to Florida, but she came up to Alabama to hang out with me, which was really, really sweet of her. And I have never been over there ever in my life. So it was just a blessing and meant to be that I got a chance to go over there in last fall. All right, I'm going to go back up really quickly and see if I missed anybody. But if you guys have any questions about it, I hope I explained it best. Let me concise it again. So calories are king, but the best use of your calories is macros with a higher protein, moderate fat number, so that you can have more food for your calorie budget and burn more body fat, because your body will still get that 75% fat from its own stores. There you go. That's it in a nutshell. Okay, so I am going back up to the top, and I'm going to see who else is here. And then if you guys have any questions, go ahead and shoot them down below, and I will answer as many as I can till I lose my voice or we get to an hour, one or the other. And if you guys don't have questions, we'll just be done early. So that's how it works. All right, let's see. I think I got all of you guys. Tammy Wilson. Morning. I hit my 85-pound loss today. Thank you for your help and encouragement. Woohoo! Congratulations. Gotta love those milestones. It's awesome. Our Life the Keto Way. Amanda says, I'm in proof that not tracking will not help you lose weight. I'm proof too. Like, it's not, lazy keto is great, especially if you're really overweight. But when you're not overweight, Amanda, you don't have much to lose either. And when we get so close, lazy keto is more like maintenance and less like losing. It's just kind of how it is. But it's okay to eat a high fat, like when you're doing this, it's okay to eat a high fat day. And like the thing about it that makes it nice is when you're doing lower fat and you're not doing all the keto treats and stuff, and then you have a special day and you get to eat all the fat, it actually feels like a reward more than when you're eating all the fat all the time. Does that make sense? Tanya McFarlane is here. Let's see. Diane M. Cartes or Cart. Finally changed my name, but no YouTube channel in 5 or so years. Doing keto though. Hello to you. See Keto Diamond. Also see Keto Diamond. Awesome. Welcome. If you do start some videos, let me know, and I'll definitely shout you out if you're here on the live. I love shouting channels as much as I can. I used to do like a once a month channel shout out thing way back in the day. I just haven't had time to look for new channels. So always come and join us on the live if you can, and let me know about your channel and I will definitely shout you out. Let's see. Keto Diamond says, I can eat 3,000 calories someday and lose weight, but sometimes I will gain 1,400. Yes. And this is a weird thing, okay? So like, technically, are you actually gaining? That's the real question. No. No way. It's scientifically impossible for you to gain when you're eating 1,400 calories. If you eat 3,000, it's pretty tricky still. You have to eat like 3,500 calories extra to gain a pound of fat, okay, guys? It's a lot of food, and we really physically cannot eat that much. That's the thing. We really cannot eat as much as it takes to really put on fat on keto. You can do it, definitely. And if you're kicking yourself out of ketosis using too many keto treats, that's a different thing altogether, which I have done, definitely done that. But that's a different thing altogether. Can you lose weight can you gain weight on 1,400 calories that way? Heck yes, because I could gain weight on 1,200 calories eating carbs because I'm insulin resistant, and you end up with extra blood sugar and your body doesn't know what to do with it, so it packs it away. Okay, so on keto, it's very unlikely. It's almost always water weight. For some reason, our bodies do weird things with water. I never trust the scale. It's the most irritating thing on the planet. This morning, after my big date with Dave yesterday, I was back up to 182. I was annoyed, but I was just like, whatevs, who cares? I mean, I hiked almost 5 miles, basically through pretty rough terrain, soaked in a hot spring for an hour and a half. You know, like, 5 miles was back and forth. So 2.5 and then 2.5. So it's 2.5 up, soaked for an hour and a half, depleted my sodium, forgot to bring my Soleil water with me. It was in the car. Drank my Soleil when I got back down, but felt really weak. And of course, ate all the keto treats, and I probably kicked myself out of ketosis. Good chance. I mean, I ate Smart Sweets and Nush cakes and whatever else. I don't even know what I ate. Keto manna. That was weird. I didn't like that. I wish I would have just gone for the Lily bar. But anyway, yeah, so like I knew the scale was going up. I was expecting that today. But it's still irritating. Did I actually gain fat though? No way. No way. So I know that. And so like that's the thing. You like my key is to just try and stay consistent and let the scale do its thing. If it wants to catch up, eventually it will. I think by the end of this week it'll catch up. I've got faith. If it doesn't, whatevs. I still know I look smaller. I can see it. I'm looking down at myself going, what the heck, girl? You look great. I looked at myself in my swimsuit. I hiked that hike in my swimsuit and jeans. And I didn't even feel out of place. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. I felt like a real outdoorsy person, and I've never hardly hiked in my life. Like, it was awesome. It was awesome. All right. I see I have another super chat, so I'm going to go down and check that out and see who is here. Gloria S. Thank you, sweetheart. Congrats on the 1/4 century of bliss. Your higher protein method is spreading to more and more. By the way, Princess Ninja has a funny video with Keto Mama, higher protein converts. Yes, you guys, I saw that video. It was freaking amazing. I wish I was funny like you guys. I'm funny sometimes when I tell stories, but I don't think of funny stuff like that. That was the best thing I've ever seen. The only one I would have added was You're doing keto, you're going to have a heart attack and you're going to die because your veins are going to all fill up with fat. Don't you know that fat will kill you? You forgot that one. Best video ever. And thank you, Gloria. I appreciate you so much. You are the best. You're so sweet. All right, I'm going to come back up and see if there's any more questions. Let us see. Where were we at? We were at Keto Diamond, right? Oh, man. I can't find it. Where is it? Boopity boopity boop. There it is. Okay. Okay. Keto Grace from Kanab is here. Girl, we gotta get together. Let's make an effort. You ever come up to Lagoon? Message me. We should go hang out. All right. Let's see. Keto Diamond says the higher protein messes with her and it tastes good. Yeah, I don't know why that is. Some people are different. And I know Teresa had a struggle with it at one point and then went to the high fat and now she's back and it's working. So who the heck knows? But I think you do great, Joni. I wouldn't change anything because you're obviously losing weight and you're doing awesome and you're teaching people. You're freaking amazing. Like, keep going. Do your thing. I love it. I love it. I watch it because I love it. All right. Getting the higher protein in is hard at first. It is not easy to consume 120 grams of protein a day. Like, when you first start, your body will kind of go, what? That's a lot of dang food, girl. Your stomach don't have room for that. And then I encourage you to convince it that it does. So when I first started, I remember I would message my keto gurus at like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night and say, I can't eat any more protein. And they'd be like, girl, go down in thy kitchen, find you some tuna fish and open it and eat it from the can if you have to. Do not go to bed without meeting your protein. And I was like, okay. But I'm so glad I listened because I really feel like I even have pictures to prove it because I lost weight on a lower protein version of keto that I didn't know was a lower protein version. Long story, but I lost 110 pounds doing that. And so I have pictures of me at like 267 pounds. And then I have pictures of me on the higher protein at 267 and I'm dramatically smaller. I really feel like I'm dramatically smaller than people that usually weigh, like my scale is reading between, 179 and 182. So let's just say 180. And I'm wearing, like, I could probably wear a size small top. My medium tops are starting to get looser and definitely size 10 pounds. And I feel like that's not as necessarily the same or whatever as what I would have been if I had done the high fat version. But I mean, maybe that's just me with wishful thinking, but it has just worked really well for me. I literally have never struggled with it other than the water weight going up and down, which who cares? Like, I just don't care. Stupid scale is annoying. I don't really care. Let's see. Okay. Keto Diamond says the protein makes her get hungry again faster. That might be because you actually need more. It seems like you need more sodium when you do the higher protein than when you do the regular high fat, low carb. And I don't know why that is. Dr. Finney has never addressed that in any of his videos, but I have worked with so many people that I see this becoming a trend that I think the higher protein version is even more anti-inflammatory, and so you drop more sodium and you need more. So like if you are sweating a lot or if you're like in hot climates, you're going to need a heck a ton more than what I recommend. Like probably double or more. And like I on a normal day try and get 8,000 milligrams myself to feel normal, and I'm not sweating. Also make sure, like I was talking to Melanie, Princess Ninja and Keto, I was talking to her and telling her that I think the reason that she's struggling with being so tired and stuff might be the energy drinks, because it is really hard to give those up. And I'm sorry I got you on the bangs and then you're trying to get off of them and I feel bad. But then things are good. They taste so good and they make me happy. But yeah, anyway, like I think that might be part of it, because when you're coming off of caffeine, you're going to have a withdrawal. Your body's going to be like, what just happened? I'm used to having some caffeine, that kind of thing. But she's in Florida and I noticed she's drinking a lot of water. So she's only putting 1 teaspoon of Soleil water in a big glass of water and she's drinking multiples of those. The problem when you do that is that you're basically shooting yourself in the foot. The more water you drink with the less Soleil water, I mean, if you could up that to a tablespoon per cup, you're going to be better off. Because you're basically like negating your sodium intake. Because consuming so much water, you're going to flush it more. and you're going to need more. And because you're sweating, you're also getting rid of more through your skin, and you're going to need more. So if you're going to do it that way, you've got to get that sodium number up. And I really think that's why people get hungry. The most reason why people get hungry on the protein-centric keto is because of needing more electrolytes than normal, than you would on a high-fat, low-carb. So try that first. I always tell people, if you have hunger pangs, when in doubt, try sodium. Always try sodium first. If you're still hungry, then you're probably hungry, and just eat. Like, if you're hungry, you should eat. I'm not telling you not to eat when you're hungry, but I am telling you to eat when you're not hungry. And I know that seems opposite and counterintuitive to tell you you've got to force yourself to eat that protein, but not force yourself to not eat when you're not hungry or whatever. If you've tried sodium, you're probably just hungry. I get really hungry, though, doing the 1,300 calories. I'm hungry right now. That's probably why I'm saying hungry so many times. I don't usually give in, though. I usually don't give in to the hunger because I'm trying really hard to cut this body fat, and it's working, and so that's motivating. All right, anyway. Luz Diaz is here. ADH Snuggles. Angela is here. Let's see. Lola Longior. I don't know if I'm saying that wrong. Longior? That's terrible. That's the worst. I don't think I'm saying it right. She says she's been carnivore for a month and loving it. She counts nothing, and she's lost 10 pounds since June 1st. That's great that you're not counting it or whatever, and you're still losing. I don't know where you're at on your fat loss wise. Like, if you're really big, that's super easy. The closer you get to goal, it's not super easy, as we can attest. Those of us who have just 15, 20 pounds to go, got to track and force yourself to be a 9 in order to lose that last bit, because it's just really, really tough to lose. But carnivore is great. I don't have any problems with carnivore. I just don't want to do carnivore because I really like my veggies. I like variation in my diet. I just don't feel like carnivore is sustainable long term because it's boring. I love my meat, but I gotta have some stuff sometimes, like some other stuff sometimes. Let's see. Living the Good Life is here. I mean, yeah, like Keto Diamond says, I'm most carnivore, but sometimes there are greens. Yeah, like I don't eat a ton of veggies. I eat about a cup a day only. That's all, but it's a cup a day that I won't give up. All right. Living the Good Life is here. Okay, I love seeing you guys talking about a meetup. That makes me happy. Okay. Okay, Keto is here. You guys should check them out too. Okay. Keto H. It's keto. Okay? Check it out. She says, I had to give up eating so much red meat and tons of fat, and I had to switch to lean chicken, turkey, fish, and it's paying off. And got down to my original goal this past week. Woo! Yeah. Lean, I say get the lean meats and then add the fats in, because that way you are a little bit more in control of the fats. So I eat a lot of chicken breast with cheese and sauce, and I choose my cheese and sauce. You know, like I can have a higher fat cheese if I want, or I can have a lower fat cheese if I want. I can have a higher fat sauce if I want, or a lower fat sauce. And Alfredo sauce is going to be higher in fat than, say, a marinara sauce. So, yeah, that's kind of what I do, a lot of chicken. I love me some chicken wings, though, and when I'm eating chicken wings, I'm shooting my fat macro out of the, yeah. Just so you guys know, when I'm eating chicken wings, I'm going over my fat macro every time. Every single time. So you can see I don't always stick to it every single day, guys, because I probably eat chicken wings at least once a week, even when I'm trying to lose weight. I just love me some chicken wings. I'm not going to completely give up every single thing right now. Like, that's just not going to happen. All right. We've all been singing the Mosquito intro song. It's fantastic. We love you. Oh, she says she's going on a keto cruise in May 2020, and she wants to do KetoCon in 2021. I wish I could go with you, but my May, as you guys will know, I know Melanie may not know, but my May is scary ridiculous, and I can't do anything for myself in May. In June, I could go, probably, or on our anniversary next year, but not May, sadly. All right. Jennifer Angus asks, do you try to eat the same thing every day? No, I don't try to, but I do have a tendency to do it for convenience sake. So I always have my keto staples on hand at all times. I don't really let myself get low on my keto staples. My backyard chickens make my eggs, and they're doing really great. They're banging the chicken eggs out right now. I mean, in the winter, it's struggling. In the winter, I'm starting to worry. But in the summer, I got plenty of eggs coming out my eyeballs. I go buy bacon probably every 2 weeks at this place downtown that sells it for super cheap. We get 5 pounds for less than $20 usually, which is fantastic. That bacon is the best macros. It's like 50% fat, 50% protein, really good center cut bacon. So I have that on hand almost always. I also tend to have on in the freezer, just in case I run out of bacon, which happened this week, some Great Value sausage in a tube, because the macros on that are even better than the bacon. And what else? My yogurt and my cheese. So I buy a big bag of Stella mozzarella cheese from Sam's Club, because it's got a little bit less of the powdery stuff on it. And I know I do count the carbs on that powdery stuff, but I also just I just don't want to grate my cheese every day. So you guys can cut the carbs by eating the non-grated cheese. You probably shouldn't eat the grated cheese like me, but I do it. So I count the carbs from that. But yeah, I get Stella mozzarella from Sam's because it's a little less of that stuff. Big old bag of it. Always have that on hand, and then I have my yogurt. And so I always have those in the fridge. I always have chicken breasts in the fridge. I always have either sirloin or top round steaks in the fridge. We also go down like every couple of weeks and buy roasts and chop them into pre-cut, measured steaks. That's the most food prep we do, is we cut the chicken breasts and the steaks into the size we want them to be and put them in the freezer. And that's my like prep, because I really don't love microwaved food or leftover food, or I just can't make myself eat it. It's just so unappetizing to me. So food prepping, the only thing I can do is make sure I have portions that are easy to cook, that I can just grab from the freezer, thaw out in the microwave, cook, be done. Okay? So I tend to eat similar things. I tend to rotate through similar things because I know the macros on them. I don't even have to track them all the time because I know the macros. I know that 6 ounces of chicken breast, 2 ounces of mozzarella cheese, 1/2 cup of my Rouse marinara sauce, 155 grams of spaghetti squash is going to exactly meet half my macros, because I've already measured that out and I've done it so many times. So I have multiple dishes like that I know the macros on. And so for convenience sake, we do that. And I eat the same breakfast almost every day just because I love it. And I even have a video about that. So if you check in my keto tips playlist, I have a video of why I eat the same breakfast every day. So I won't go into that right now, but I do have a reason and I do love it. So I do tend to eat the same thing every day for breakfast. And I only do 2 meals, especially when I'm trying to lose weight. I try really hard to stick to the 2 meals. And when I'm doing maintenance, I'll do 3. But I try and keep it still within my intermittent fasting window. Okay. Terry Lee says, 35 down, 50 to go. It's a struggle sometimes and very slow going. Yes, and it can be even slower for some people and faster for others. I think I was kind of a middle of the road kind of person. Now I'm not exactly sure where I'm at, because I don't do the fat loss macros long enough to really see a pattern, to see how much I lose per month. Because at this point, I don't really care how much I lose. I'm definitely not trying to get Tina Turner legs. I just don't have any hope that that's ever happening. I know Melanie has higher goals than me. I personally don't really care. I think I look amazing already. I love to lose my belly, and that's about it. But yeah, I just don't care enough to pay attention to where I'm at, like how fast I'm losing now, I guess. I don't know. Luz Diaz says, prayers needed. I have to have ventral hernia surgery. I'm scared. Oh, hun, you're going to be okay. We will definitely pray for you. I'm so sorry you have to have surgery. It scares the crap out of me. I've never had surgery ever. And that sounds really, really nerve-wracking. But yeah, we will pray that the doctors will be guided and that everything will go well, and that you will awake with a good recovery, and that you will be able to continue your keto diet and not be stressed out by introducing things that are into your diet that are going to make it harder for you in the long run. I love you, Luz. You're such a good supporter of my channel, and I'm really worried for you, and I hope that everything goes well. Ah, okay, here we go. Red Raven is here. Hello, everybody. First time I caught a live stream. Good to see you. Welcome. Keto Grace says, I've been stalled for over a month, but I'm 30 pounds from goal. Have you done measurements? Are you sure you're really stalled? Because sometimes the scale doesn't move, but everything else does. So definitely do measurements. I have a video on how I measure also in the, I think it's in the Keto Tips playlist. I'm not Keto Tips, Weight Loss Tips playlist. Might be in Vlogmas. Crud. I'm not sure. It's in there somewhere. Cartis. Diane M. Cartis. I will try. Oh, Cartis. I can remember that. Diane M. Cartis. I hope. Wish me luck. Thank you for telling me, because I hate when I pronounce things wrong. It drives me absolutely crazy. Living the Good Life says, I have a channel. I haven't uploaded for a while because I was only using my phone, but my camera's out for delivery today. I will be making more videos. Girl, you know I do my entire life, both channels on my phone only, right? Okay, I have a GoPro that we use for action. Everything else is my phone. Right now it's my phone. Everything's my phone. Cameras are a pain to me. I don't know. I'm a photographer. To me, cameras are for photography. But who knows? Maybe I'll change in the future and I'll be like all about the gear. You never know. Let's see. Okay. You guys are so cute. They're planning their get together and I'm feeling jealous now. It's in August, huh? Maybe I'll become rich and I will find a way to get to it. That would be awesome. Okay. Terry Lee says, as they say at Weight Watchers, nothing tastes as good as thin feels. So true. So true. Especially because we really have so many keto treat options. If you really need a keto treat, it's really kind of ridiculous to eat carbs. Like, there's even freaking keto cereal now. High protein, low fat, low carb cereal. I am so tempted to try that because I really miss cereal. Mix it with almond milk. One of these days I might. In fact, when I go back into maintenance, I might actually try that because it sounds so good. I am a cereal girl. I miss cereal a lot. Okay. Living the Good Life says, I just had someone tell me that keto is dangerous. I'm like, right? I'm like, I eat 2 salads a day with a variety of vegetables and grass-fed beef. How is that dangerous? I know, right? Like, it makes no sense. People just don't get it. They have these visions of us like drinking vegetable oil and chowing down on prime rib every day. Well, that would be nice. I might actually do that someday. When I'm rich, I'm going to eat prime rib every day. That'll probably never happen. And I'll get tired of it, right? Oh, good question. Gloria S. Does it matter what type of protein to eat, or is protein protein? It matters. So animal sources of protein are your best proteins. They are going to be the most like complete. Vegetable proteins and like proteins like pig skins, things like that, collagen proteins should not count toward your protein goal. So that's why I often exceed my protein every single day, because my vegetables, I try hard not to count those proteins, because if they're not complete, they're not going to help you build muscle. So yeah, you can't count collagen protein, you can't count veggie protein, and you can't count pork rind protein. Those are the main ones. So yes, you want to eat animal sources of protein. So dairy products and meat products, fish, eggs, all that yum stuff. Those should count towards your protein goal. All right, that's a good question. Nobody's ever asked me that before. That's awesome. Keto Gray says, my 3 favorite YouTubers are here. How awesome. Yes, it is. I love it. I love it. I'm so glad you guys have graced me with your presence and given that gift to Keto Grace. Oh, Trisha, I missed your super chat. It didn't pop up at all. Oh, sometimes it's frustrating like being the person chatting, because like on your thing, it pops up to the top, but it doesn't do that on mine. So I'm so sorry. I would have got to your question way sooner. Let's see what it is. Okay, so any tips regarding how to track cooked meat. I often pre-cook my meat, for example, roast or steak. So I'm trying to figure out a way to track the weight after cooking. In Chronometer, they have cooked weights. You can definitely use that. So when in doubt, just try and find a cooked weight entry. The problem is that it's not as accurate, but it's close enough. So don't stress if you can't weigh it raw. It's not as accurate because people cook out different amounts of water and fat out of their food. And so it's always best to weigh it raw. So like, for example, what Dave and I do is we'll buy a big roast and cut it into steaks, and we cut it into measured pieces and freeze it. Sometimes we'll even write the amounts on the plastic baggie if we're like feeling really awesome that way. But I also weigh it frozen. So I also double check. I will weigh it with the baggie on, and I count the baggie weight. So whatever. I'm just getting a close enough. I'm not going down to the ground, guys. I'm not being super uber careful, okay? So I pop a steak out of the freezer. I stick it on my weighing. I weigh it frozen all the time, just to make sure that we put it in the freezer at a good weight. If it says that on the baggie, I don't do that. But like if it doesn't say it on the baggie, I double check it before I cook it. And that's the best way to like do it as you're storing the food. With roast, just find a cooked. I just will look for like a cooked roast beef Chronometer entry, and they have them. Steak, I would usually weigh frozen. I would weigh it before I cook it because it's steak. That's pretty easy. Chicken breast, same thing. Even you can thaw it out and then weigh it. But I mean, you have to cook it at some point. Now, if you pre-cook it, you can pre-batch cook it and then just put it, into a separate amount. So like, okay, so say you have 6 chicken breasts and you want to cook them all. You weigh the entire amount of chicken breasts, okay? All of them in a big bowl. Obviously, you tear out the bowl weight. You don't count that part. So that you know what it weighed raw, okay? Then you cook the whole shebang, put it in another bowl, and weigh the whole thing. Then you divide it by portions and weigh the cooked portions and put them away that way. Does that make sense? It's the same way you do a recipe. If you're going to put a recipe together, you're going to weigh it all as you put it in and put it in the Chronometer, and then the Chronometer can tell you how much one serving of that weighs. Is it going to be 100% super accurate? No, but it's going to be close enough. So that's the best way you can do it. If you're meal prepping and you weigh it all before and after, and then just divide it by 6 or divide it by 12 or whatever you planned to do, that's the easiest way to do that. But yeah, if you can't do that, just use a cooked entry in Chronometer. It's not imperative to be that picky and close. A few grams here or there of protein up or down isn't going to affect you in the long run. But if you're doing it consistently, 20 grams under or 50 grams over, it might. So yeah, just use your best judgment that way. But that's how I would do it. Okay, let's see. Sodium is vital, guys. I can't believe I went on that freaking hike. It was an hour-and-a-half hike, hour-and-a-half sitting in hot springs, and an hour-and-a-half back. So that's what? 4.5 hours without Soleil water, doing things that made me sweat. Not the brightest thing in the world. I didn't think I was going to make it back down. I can't believe we made it back down in an hour-and-a-half because I was so weak. My legs were shaking. I thought, oh, Tamara, you have killed yourself. And you know what's really ironic? Dave actually left my purse in the Walmart basket. We drove all the way to the bed and breakfast, and I didn't have my purse, and we had to go back and get it, and I was freaking out because my Soleil water was in there, and I was like, how can I hike without my Soleil? And then I did. Anyway. He was laughing at me. He was making a big deal about it. He was. And he didn't have any either, of course. I thought I put salt in the bag, like Himalayan salt for him, and I didn't even have that. I still don't know where that went. We can't even find the bag of Himalayan salt that I supposedly packed. We survived. We made it back to the car, and I immediately downed 2 whole tablespoons of Soleil water, and then we went to a movie, and I downed another 2. And I still feel awful today. I still feel shaky. It's going to take a few days to make up for that mistake. So don't beat yourself up with the sodium. Even me, I sometimes mess up. I do the best I can. I really try and take 2 tablespoons at a time now because I know that I forget to do it. At the beginning, though, I couldn't do that without running to the bathroom with diarrhea in 20 minutes. So work your way up, but you got to get it up there. Yeah, and potassium is tricky too. Like, I know that Melanie's been using some light salt, and that's great. And she, of course, maybe giving up the Zip Fizz was the part of the problem because you lost the potassium you're used to supplementing, because it's like a one or the other thing. If you're going to do high potassium, your sodium should be lower. If you're going to do high sodium, your potassium should be lower. They shouldn't both be high and they shouldn't both be low. It's a balance, okay? If your sodium drops too low, you will dump your potassium, which could be what happened to you. And so you can raise it back up, but you don't want to always be supplementing both to a large amount. So it's okay to supplement like 1,000 milligrams of potassium a day if you want to, if you want to. But like, you don't want to do like 4,000 milligrams of potassium plus 5,000 milligrams of sodium at the same time. You don't feel good, and it's kind of dangerous, I think, because the potassium levels get really high because of what you're eating. And if your potassium's too high, you can die from that. And if your sodium is too low, you can die from that. So don't let either of those things happen to you. Okay, guys? Keep it in balance, okay? Keep it in balance. If you're starting to feel weak and tired, guaranteed it's sodium. If you're starting to get leg cramps and things like that, chest pains, probably potassium. So if my sodium gets so low that I drop my potassium, I will raise my potassium up with a supplement for a few days, but I don't do it in a long-term basis. My body does not do well with potassium supplementation. I have tried it multiple ways, and my body does not like it. Sodium works better for me, but I know people that can't do the sodium and have to do the potassium. I cannot advise on potassium supplementation other than track everything and don't go over 4,500. That's my only advice. Just be careful, because potassium too high can actually stop your heart. So be careful. All right, let's see. The body wants what it wants, and it's darn tricky. Yes, absolutely. Everybody's not exactly the same. And Lola Longior, thank you for telling me how to pronounce your name. I appreciate it. I won't try not to never get it wrong again when I see you. And you are 162.1 and 5.1. That's pretty good. Like, you only got a little bit to lose, just a couple, 20 pounds maybe, right? I mean, that's not bad. You can do it. You can do it. Jax of Life says, I cannot kick the sweet tooth. I never used to have this issue. Maybe because I stopped drinking as much. Who knows? Yeah, it could be a lot of things, but I will tell you, since you're starting out, kill it. Kill it. Don't give in. No keto sweets. The only thing I would do is maybe diet soda. And I probably would do aspartame if you can handle aspartame and not sucralose. Because those keto treats can trigger cravings, and then you can't ever get them to go away. So you want to have, basically what they used to say on ketogenic dieters, which is where I began this journey and I no longer participate, they always say cravings are like stray cats. If you feed them, they will never go away. So if you're struggling with something, eliminate it for as long as you can. When I first started keto, I actually eliminated all sweet things except for occasionally some stevia in heavy whipping cream and my diet soda with aspartame. I didn't take any sucralose or Mio or anything. I didn't even put Mio in my yogurt. I used to do stevia and vanilla extract, which I can't even eat now because it's disgusting. But it was awesome at the beginning for me. That's all I did for 8 months. I made sure I completely kicked those cravings before I reintroduced them. So if you're struggling, I highly recommend not eating anything sweet at all for as long as you possibly can. That's the only way to get rid of those cravings, is to kill them. Good luck to you, babe. I just explained about my potassium. No, I don't take a potassium supplement most of the time. Okay, I want to do KetoCon too, you guys. I really was sad last weekend. It's where I really wanted to be for our anniversary. We had fun, but I would have had more fun at KetoCon, I think. I hated chicken wings. Budget keto clearance mom. I hated chicken wings before I started keto. Like, hated them. I hated the sauce. I hated eating the little bone. I hated them. And they are hard to eat with these, just so you know. I have to like pick off the chicken off the bone and like eat it little pieces at a time. So what I actually do, so they're not super messy, is I always order the hot sauce on the side, and then I can pick the chicken off, dip it, and then eat it. That's how I eat it without getting super messy and like it's all in my places and yeah. Stuff like that. Oh, Dave's here. I missed you. Sorry, I hope you're still here, but you probably aren't. I love you, babe. Hi. Wendy Barron is here. Hi. Judy S is here. Welcome. Let's see. Veronica Ortiz says, I've lost all motivation for tracking. It's so frustrating. I go through cycles, Veronica. Like, there are some times where I'm just like on it. And there are some times where I'm like, oh, tracking, I can't. So this is my suggestion. I suggested it earlier in the video, but in case you missed it, make a plan of your meals that you know meet your macros, okay? So if you're doing 2 meals a day, you have this huge list of meals that meet half your macros, okay? Then just eat 2 of those a day. Then you don't track anything. Don't eat anything else and eat 2 of those meals a day. That's the easiest way to do it. In fact, I think that's how I do it all the time now because I rarely remember to put my stuff in my tracker. But I absolutely know the macros of all my typical meals. So I can eat them and not have to track it because it's technically tracked already. I guess that makes sense, right? I hope. So that's a suggestion. If you're losing motivation, just take a day to write it all down, figure it all out in Chronometer, the amounts that you need. Buy all the stuff, have it in the freezer, so whatever you feel in the mood for out of all of your meals on your list, you know they all meet your macros. It's the best way. Okay, let's see. Wendy says, I do look amazing already. She just saw me the other day, so I guess she can attest to that. We just got together. Wendy Barron. Oh, I should shout out Wendy Barron's channel since she's here. Wendy Barron, Barron, you guys. She does daily keto videos, but she also shows her awesome family. They have 12 children, all adopted. You guys, she's awesome. I've known Wendy for years, and we've recently reconnected. I went to visit her in Colorado. If you saw that, I got together with her in Colorado. She just came to Utah. We got together again. She has a channel, and it's called Wendy Barron, Barron. You got to go check her out, you guys. Because give her some keto chaos love, because she likes the videos because they give her accountability, and she really needs that accountability. She struggles with type 2 diabetes, and so she really needs that accountability to keep her going. So if you guys go keep Wendy accountable for me, okay? Because I can't always get over there. I try hard, but I can't always get over there. Let's see. Judy S says, in the month of June, I lost 12 pounds and lots of inches. Woohoo! That's awesome! June is a great month for losing weight. At least it has been for me. I lost 12 as well, but it was mostly water, not inches. Living the Good Life says, I just never had enough room on my phone to record and it would cut me off. Yeah, I have like a big card and I have a phone with a big memory. So, and I end up filling up both all the time. So yeah, that's definitely an issue with phone recording. I totally see that. Let's see. Right? No one cared when I was stuffing my face with donuts every day and eating bags of Rolos and pretzels and drinking huge Cokes. Nobody said a dang thing. But now, you know, you tell them you're on keto. Oh, won't that kill you? I'm like, not as much as donuts and Coke. Yeah, people are crazy. People are crazy. I'm laughing at you, Joni, right now. Just don't eat a lot of Russell Stover sugar frees. That was a painful lesson. Girl, I could have told you that. Maltitol. Avoid it at all costs. If you are going to consume maltitol, it must be in a tiny amount. If you are going to eat a Russell Stover's, which I don't recommend, one. Trust me. And if you're going to eat sugar-free gummy bears, never, ever, ever, never in a million years eat a maltitol one. Not even one. You will get so sick. They put so much maltitol in those to make them sweet. They're basically maltitol bombs, and they will make you vomit. They're disgusting. If you're going to eat a gummy bear, get some Smart Sweets. People claim they kick you out of ketosis. I don't recommend them all the time. They definitely make me retain water when I eat them. But they are freaking amazing. They taste like a gummy bear, and they will definitely satisfy your craving. They sell them at GNC. Thank you, Karen Rothwell, for giving me that pointer. Now I can get them all the time. I try not to. But yeah, they're stevia sweetened, and they're mostly fiber. About 33 grams of fiber, so if you're doing total carbs, it's probably not for you, but yeah. Maltitol, just say no, guys. Just say no. Stick to Lily bars. Stick to those things. So bad. Magzoo says, thank you for your support on Facebook. You are very welcome. I'm so happy to help. I do the best I can. I try to answer messages as much as I can. It's best to post in the group, though, because I have a great moderator team who will help you, right? Karen Marie and Karen Rothwell and all my awesome moderator peeps. I have some really great ones. I even have some great ones that live in other countries. So there's usually someone on the board a lot. So if you need help, come there first. Amanda Yates, Time to Art, welcome. Kate, Satan himself made those sugar-free candies. Heck yeah, no kidding. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, on 2 beef patties, sometimes 40 grams of fat will cook off. That's 360 calories gone. Yeah, with ground beef, it might be better to weigh it after and do a cooked weight. I really don't know. I usually weigh raw and I count all that fat, but that's because I'm trying to be low fat. So for me, 40 grams that cooked off that were tracked in my tracker is 40 grams that my body ate off me. So I track it raw anyway, even though about that, I guess. All right. Melanie says, I'm back until the boss walks by. Oh my gosh, you're so terrible. I'm going to make you be in trouble. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Amanda Yates, Time to Art says, I'm in the process of shaking up a plateau and Soleil water is my life. Woohoo! You can do it. Soleil water, warm Soleil water has a laxative effect, just a warning. Yeah, all Soleil water actually has a laxative effect. It's sodium. If you take enough of it, you will have diarrhea, guaranteed. So if you are struggling with constipation, raise your Soleil water level and woo, right through you, right through you. I wish I would have known that when my daughter was suffering with constipation and was eating Miralax every day. So sad, so sad. She didn't need fiber, she just needed her bowels to move. And I'll tell you what, nothing will move the bowels like some sodium and magnesium. And that's why magnesium citrate or citrate, however you pronounce it, is really good at moving the bowels. But it's not good for long-term supplementation because supposedly the Magnesium Council on Facebook, I literally do not understand the science of this, says it interferes with cellular growth or reformation or whatever. It like busts up cells. So it's not the best choice long-term. It's great for moving things through and definitely use it for that. But for long-term supplementation, a different magnesium is best. At least according to the Magnesium Council. Or whatever, on Facebook. I have a friend who's like a magnesium expert, and she told me that. So that's why I say it. Oh yeah, that's a good point. 51 people watching, only 17 thumbs up. Oh, there's 25 now. Yay! Yes, thumbs up the video, guys, if you can. I appreciate it. It pops it up into YouTube better, but, you know, we're already at the hour, so I don't know that we need to be too worried about it. But yeah, definitely give me a thumbs up if you have a chance. You just kind of have to minimize the chat window for a second, click like, and then open it again. Let's see. Budget Keto Clearance says, I need to make Soleil water. I'm bad about just putting new salt in my water. New salt will give you potassium. It's a potassium salt. So it's not going to help you with your sodium level. But like I said, potassium, sodium. Potassium, sodium. That's kind of how you do it. I recommend sodium because it's a little safer, but you got to do what you got to do. All right. Amanda Yates says, watching on 2 different accounts, TV and phone, and then thumbsing up with both. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're awesome. Keto Diamond had to go. See you later. Let's see. That's it. I'm buying a dog. The damn cats. My cats are gone, guys. One ran away. Probably got killed. The other one got killed, and I found out. Our dogs, can't get rid of them buggers. Our dog is 15 years old, and she still acts like she's 6. She runs like a crazy dog. Ugh, I can't believe we've never lost her. She's run away so many times. Dogs make me stressed. I love cats. But I have both. Well, not anymore. No cats. 21 chickens. All right. So Karen says she's supplementing 640 milligrams of potassium a day. But the sodium wasn't helping with her fatigue, so she's been adding no salt. Yeah, I actually do a gram of no salt a day myself. I usually put it on my eggs, and occasionally I'll take a couple extra grams, but I put about a gram on my eggs in the morning. Just give myself a little potassium boost. So yeah, I guess I supplement a bit too, but not to the... no salt to me isn't a supplement. No salt is a condiment. You know, you can have up to 3,500 milligrams of potassium with your sodium without it becoming a danger. So do it. Do what you got to do, girl. Whatever makes you feel better. Okay. And maybe there's a connection with diabetes and low potassium, so that could be part of it. That's interesting. Okay. All right. Glad my suggestion helped you, Veronica. Thanks, Wendy. Oh my gosh. You guys, thank you for subbing to Wendy. You're awesome. Okay. Eating organic broccoli and rice cauliflower, should I even count those carbs? Yes. But you should not count the fiber. Always do net carbs on veggies. Subtract the fiber from the carb count. But yes, you should track all of your carbs, no matter where they come from, because you really want to keep them as low as you can. All right. Losing Drea, welcome. Good to see you. All right. Judy S. says she reversed her diabetes and doesn't have it anymore. That's awesome. Okay, good question. When I do the 2 meals a day, do I do coffee with fat or collagen for breakfast or just fast until the first meal? I don't believe in bulletproof anything. If I were to drink coffee, which I do not do, I would not put fat in it. Don't drink your fats, guys. Heavy whipping cream, you can use a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream if you really need it to be creamy. I actually prefer half and half if I'm going to do it. I'll do like 2 tablespoons of half and half. What I do is I'll have herbal tea if I really feel starving, and sometimes I put a tablespoon of cream in it, but not usually. I actually drink Bang, which is why everyone's starting to be addicted to it as well. I drink an energy drink, basically. I don't do coffee. But yeah, it does help. I swear it's an appetite suppressant. If I drink a Bang, I can go like 4 more hours without eating, and there's no fat or calories in it, and it gives me a caffeine boost. So it's better because I don't have to put anything in it. But yeah, I don't recommend bulletproof coffee, guys. I'm an anti-bulletproof coffee, even in maintenance. Don't drink your fats. Unless you really want some hot cocoa and you drink some Creo brew with a bit in for a treat. But like, it's a treat, not an everyday. You don't need bulletproof coffee to be keto. You don't. Okay. Let's see. Currently on day 8 of just homemade Baconators, thanks to Joni. I saw that. Good luck with your Baconators, guys. I don't know if I can eat that many hamburgers, but it looks good. I'm a chicken girl. I prefer chicken. I could eat wings twice a day, every day. That would be fun. Yeah. All right, let's see. What do I think about sugar-free drink packets? If they're 0 carbs and they're a sweetener that doesn't bother you, go for it. You mean like Crystal Light kind of things? Yeah, if they're 0, they're the same as drinking like me a water enhancer, I would imagine. But watch the ingredients. Yeah, if it has maltodextrin, Karen's right. Don't eat anything with maltodextrin in it. It's the worst. Baking soda for constipation and alkalizes the body. Interesting. I did not know that. Is there carbs in baking soda? I have no idea. Amanda says, that's just what I needed. Thank you. And she's leaving. All right. And she needs to get in on the Florida meetup. I didn't realize you were in Florida too. I should have known. Duh. I knew that. Florida girls, you guys make me jealous. You make me jealous. Okay. Oh, and don't don't think that you can get the sodium amount from salting your food. Just so you guys know, I don't count the salt on my food. I only track the 8,000 milligrams of sodium I consume every day, 5,000 minimum, on top of what I eat in my food. So it's probably more like 11 or 12,000 in actuality. Okay. There is a way to message through YouTube, but you have to add someone as your friend, and I don't exactly know how to do that. Try Instagram maybe. Do you have, Amanda, do you have I Like to Keto Way Instagram? Maybe that would work. What's my favorite flavor of Bang? Oh man, I have so many, but I think Cherry Blade Lemonade is probably my favorite. I really like the sour ones, like the sour, what's that one called? It's not apple. It's Sour Heads. Sour Heads, but I also like cotton candy, and I also like pina colada. It just depends on my mood. I have certain ones I do not like, and so I tend to avoid those ones. I definitely do not like the pear one. It's not my favorite. But pretty much I'd drink any of them. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we're at hour 10, and I'm starving. I got to go eat. Thanks so much to everyone who gave a super chat. Don't forget, you can also support me on Patreon, and I will be posting my 25th anniversary video 24 hours early for all of you who are on my Patreons over on my Patreon account. You can find the link to that in pretty much every video that's not alive. If you're interested, and it can be any donation amount, and it all goes toward keeping me motivated to make videos when I don't want to. And I really appreciate all the support from all of you here in the super chats and also over on Patreon. I love you all so much, and I'll talk to you all again soon.